Yeah, we here. Y'all see what's going on, man. Street Soldier Saturdays. It's your boy Jock City. OG Ozilla. Y'all know Head DBIC on the ones and twos as always. Special guest host tonight, man. Kicking that with us, man. Jelks, man, in the building with us, man. Real philanthropist around here. Real entrepreneur. Real businessman. Real mogul. Real all that. So we going to tap in with him, man, and see what he got going on. You know, this the platform for the city, for the state, whatever you got going on, whether you're a businessman, whether you're a businesswoman, whether you're a content creator, social media expert, whether you a business owner, whatever you got going on, man, come through the Street Soldiers, man. You rapping, you acting, you singing, whatever, man. You got to come through here and kick it with us, man, so we can build our platforms together and build this thing we call Michigan, man, and get it out there to the world. Grand Rapids, that is. You know what I'm saying? Jelks, what's good, my baby?
What's good, man?
Me and bro go back, man, like high school days,
you know
man. And, you know
before we even get into all that, I got to say it's an honor to be here, Michigan Street Soldiers, loving the movement, loving what it represents in our local ecosystem. Got Tish's book up there. Everybody needs to get that. Do the knowledge on that there.
Tap in with us, man. DM Michigan Street Soldiers on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram. DM us, get with us, man, and we'll make sure you get you a copy, man. Real street stuff, man. Real legend right here, man, telling her story.
Yeah, she the female OG.
Yeah. So that's a fact, man. Yeah. So yeah, man.
But now I'm excited, man, because the Michigan Street Soldiers, y'all been relentless with the content, man.
Man, we be trying
interview after interview after interview. You know what I mean? Y'all taking the internet over, and honestly, it's the platform that's needed. You know what I mean? It's the platform needed for Grand Rapids. It's a platform needed for West Michigan. You know, the artists need it. People coming from our community need those opportunities and those outlets to be able to tell their story.
Appreciate it, man. That's big. That's big, man. Yeah, man. Y'all got to tap in with us, man. We try to keep the content coming. When we came up with this whole. Yeah. Didn't somebody else do that on the show? When we came up with this whole idea, it was OG idea to come up because we were sitting up watching, you know, YouTube and watching people do their thing, and we were just sitting around thinking like, what the city need, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? And he came up with the Michigan Street Soldiers, you know, because we are from Michigan, and you know what I mean, we from the street, and you know what I mean, the soldiers could mean more than just, you know what I mean,
in the field,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It's more than that. So,
in business, in the community,
everything.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It was just a perfect blend. And, you know what I mean? We figured nobody was doing this in the city. When we started doing it, at least, we didn't see nobody trying to bring the community together, bring the people together, promote each other, promote the things that people got going on. We ain't see that. So, we figured that's the lane avenue we gonna take.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Man. That's what it's about. You know,
that's what it was about.
Not waiting for permission. You know what I mean? Not waiting for any validation. Getting in there and, you know what I mean, making it happen. So now I'm loving the platform. You know, I've watched, you know, several of the interviews and, you know, just been really excited, you know what I mean, about what's going on.
Yeah, shout out Block, man. I got to give Block his props, man, because I started doing this on the phone in the basement in my old townhouse. And, you know, he came to us with an idea and how we could revamp it and how we could do it. And then he just took it to a whole nother level from there, man, from reaching out to people to bringing people on the show. all that stuff, researching people videos, getting people videos on the show, all that stuff, man. So shit, I gotta give Block his
Gotta
huge
give Block
out,
a
you know
shout.
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
that's who Block has been since the beginning. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Since the sandbox, he's been the outlet. He's been the one to lay that foundation. So, and he's the only man who could hit me up and have me come somewhere the next day. You know what I'm saying? In
Word, that's a
24
fact.
hours like this.
Word,
dope.
that's what's up,
You know
man.
what I'm
Speak
saying?
on y'all relationship. Where y'all,
Man,
where it
what?
stems
Yo,
from,
we right around the corner from it, man. I'm a Sherman Street, baby,
Yeah.
And yeah, our block is a beautiful thing, man. That's a legendary block. We like the calm in the middle of the storm. So, yeah, the wealthy boys doing their thing. And then, when we were coming up, it was Bemis was an
Bemis.
uptown thing.
Yeah.
And Dunham Lane was real tough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the 90s, they still tough. Everybody from Dunham was tough. Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody on Dunham Lane.
Shout out Dunham.
Man, and everybody, Logan Baxter, the whole neighborhood, all has an identity. And what I like to say about our neighborhood is like, it's a neighborhood full of chiefs, no Indians. You know what I mean? Like, guys don't like to follow the orders of operations. Everybody's their own boss. A lot of competition. It's a lot of flashiness. A lot of cars, a lot of, clothes, all that kind of stuff. And Block, he just embodies, the best of, our neighborhood, man. He was a rock star. He was a superstar when we were little kids, you know what I
That's a
mean? Yeah,
fact.
he was known before he was DJing, and then by the time he was in middle school, he was becoming one of the popping DJs already, you know what I'm saying? And he paved the way for people like me, you know what I mean? People like my boy Ernest, shout out to Ernie.
Word.
You know what I mean? He paved the way for guys like us to do our thing and, be ourselves, because there's a lot of different influences in the neighborhood. And, you might feel like you want to jump off the porch and do some things that really don't really align with your background. You know what I'm saying? And people like Civvy Madi, you know what I'm saying? People like
Shout out Civvy, man.
yeah, people like Dwayne Howard, you know what I'm saying? Those gentlemen, Tech Tuggle, everybody who was a part of our crew over there had positive influences, had an elevated mind state, you know what I'm saying? And that gave us some other people to look up to other than our parents, you know what I mean? To put us on this path to be doing the things that we're doing now. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Block he's a legend, you know what I mean? And he'll always be a legend. And, we go back to, you know what I mean, the late 80s, early 90s, you know what I'm saying? When he used to be walking Tiny and Baby, you know what I mean, around the block, and I wasn't allowed to get off the porch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's big bro, so respect to him.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. Give me some history about your involvement, like in hip hop around the city. Like, what got you involved in hip hop? Because I've always seen you a part of things, doing things. Yeah. But I was like, what do bro actually really do? Is he rapping? He not rapping. I'm like, is he producing a song? I'm like, he not producing a song. I'm like, what is he doing? Is he finding the talent?
Yeah, hip hop is just our way of life. It's just a way of expression. So, you know what I mean? I got my game from Nas. It was written. That's the album I'm still trying to live up to this day. You were probably a Rockefeller. I forgot. You were saying Lunatic, Rockefeller, baby, you were everything.
Them was my guys.
You know what I mean? But
and Rough Riders.
Riders, you were a big time Rough Rider. I forgot. Y'all had a crew called the Rough Riders for a minute at the
That's a
but
fact.
I was QB, since 1933. It was written Illmatic, all that kind of stuff really influenced how I see the world, my worldview. As far as our community goes, besides the Biggies, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, when it comes to our community, from the crew, man, from the neighborhood, the Mad Team. Rest in peace to the late great Jumbo James. You know what I mean? He was an innovator, peace, one of the best artists the city has ever seen. He was a superstar. How he was on records, his persona was the same way he was in the street. You know what I mean? He was completely authentic, and I can't believe we lost him, but. Between him and Tech and like these different guys, we listening to their music, you know what I mean, and they're right there with us, you know what I mean. That sparked how powerful and how influential hip hop is and can be on a cultural level. You know what I'm saying? So fact. Between seeing that and then Civvy Madi, who's closer in age to me, he's still big bro, but he's still closer in age to me. Him kind of becoming the MC that he transformed into, he was like all powers combined, like Captain Planet, like Goku. You know what I'm saying? Like Civvy's nice. He could take over a cipher, but he also he was introspective. You know what I'm saying? Versatile, and he made hits. So Civvy, he could battle rap, but he also made hits. You know what I'm saying? And the girls appreciated his music and they appreciated his swagger. But the tough guys saluted him, you know what I mean, as well. So, just seeing all these different talented people from around my way, even like the Ty Cheese, I remember being young and going to, the barbershops, and Ty's posters were everywhere. I don't feel like there's ever been a campaign like Ty's campaign in around 96 and 97 with that
Raw
gold
power
tape, raw
move.
power moves, bro.
Yeah.
That was powerful, and he was articulating, you know, what does Nas say? You love to hear the story how the thugs live and worry. Like he was articulating that what everybody was going through on that project, man. It was powerful, and so hip hop has always just been a part of the, shout out to Ty, man, and Izzy Dope too, but hip hop has always been a part of the DNA, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And so, you know, and wanting to, you know, orchestrate and be a part of that, you know what I mean? I would say foundationally, learning from the Mad Team, and then as Head started to ascend himself and really take the city over. He took the city over before he graduated high school. I want to emphasize that. Being able to be a fly on the wall, being able to, you know, carry his crates, being able to get into the Howlin' Moon before I was supposed to get in the Howlin' Moon on the strength of Big Bro. You know what I mean? That was showing me how hip hop was moving the culture. And from there, you know what I mean, it was just, you know, trying to put some different moves together. And so, you know, I've been influential in a lot of movements. I co-founded the first hip hop awards with Governor Slugwell, Victor Williams. That was back in like 06, you know what I mean, 05, 06. Yeah. That was at the Wealthy Theater. And even before that, I had organized a hip hop show. We were pretty fresh out of high school. Then I was doing a lot of community activism, but the show was called Live from the 616. And that was the first time Ty came back from like Atlanta. He was making his moves around the country.
I remember that.
Came with like 300 wealthy dudes, man, and shut it down. It was out of control. We had the Nation of Islam security. It was a lot of real gangsters in the building still around that time. But all the neighborhoods kind of came together. All the different MCs that we had perform, they kept it peace, you know, and we were able to raise a whole bunch of money for the Grand Rapids Public Schools, and we were able to donate 23 computers to Alexander Elementary School at that time, and that was a really big deal, you know. And it was kind of genius, man. It was like a domino effect because the Grand Rapids Press had wanted to interview me about my activism in the community at that time. I was doing a lot of stuff around affirmative action. I was doing stuff around economic development and how we could stop the violence and how we could, you know, just really take things together for the next generation. You know, the civil rights generation came and laid an excellent and outstanding platform so that we could even use the same facilities as white people, right? So we could even be in the movie theater and sit, you know what I mean, at the front or at the back, not have to be in the balcony, right? The civil rights generation did a lot of things that were extremely effective. But, you know, for us who were born in the 80s, us who were born in the 90s, you know what I mean, the 70s babies that had to all deal with the crack epidemic and the explosion and how that impacted things and how, you know, a young man who might used to go to the factory, you know what I mean, to go work to make 50, 60,000 and feed his family, you know what I mean, now, you know, he's competing in his mind with choosing to, you know what I mean, develop himself as a street entrepreneur, you know what I mean, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't feel like people were speaking to our generation and what our challenges were and the identity crisis that we were facing, you know. And so, you know, I put in a lot of work. And so the Grand Rapids Press had interviewed me. We were on the front of the Grand Rapids Press. There was a whole bunch of people in there, and I told the writer and the photographer, I want this to be shot on Sherman, and I want it to look like a Mobb Deep album cover. So Block brought out the Pitbull, you know what I'm saying? I had all the guys, you know what I'm saying, come out, different guys. It was guys that loved me. This is all 06. It was all the same time, you know what I'm saying?
You had the pit.
Yeah, he had the pit. Yeah, Platinum. He called him Platinum one day and called him Met the Man the other day. I don't know what his name was still to this day.
Hey, look, we gonna go to break real quick, and then we gonna come back and kick some more, man, with Jelks, man. He got a lot of history, man, a lot of stories, man. We're gonna dive real deep into this, man. So y'all come back, man. Street Soldier Saturdays. Y'all know what it is.
Everybody, we now arrived in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Said welcome to GR. It's the city that we from. Ain't no telling what we on. I said welcome to GR. Where the talent and the love are all, and the rivers flow on and on. There's a city that we from. I said, welcome to GR.
Yeah, my location is a bridge the gap, so it's no coincidence I'm born where them bridges is at. Let me bring you back to 2099, 90 in my breath from Butterworth, C-section. I left my mother's stomach hurt, gut intuition had mixed, so my dad's ambition. Grand Rapids, Michigan was conception, only second kid in Durban. They first when they resided on Thomas, but let them tell the shit barrages of bullets in they backyard. It kept them hesitant to raise your second kid in it. 49507 shit, I guess I was born to be a leader, cause all water got let in it. Had to play a part in it. Regency Park apartments when I was a baby. 1 year later, my sister was born in Garfield Bay. Stomped the ground since that day. My side is south for Blick is spreading. Eldritch, I was in my thing, a sheltered house, and it's a brain. Still heard the sounds against the way east side of town where hippies hang. West side now keep it chill to safe shots and north enjoy your stay.
Oh, said welcome to GR. It's the city that we from. Ain't no telling what we on. I said welcome to GR, where the talent and the love are all, and the rivers flow on and on. This the city that we from. I said welcome to GR.
I'm riding down the vision trying to unify you and I. I'm cruising by with this El Coochie baby, my deuce aside. But one time for my rapping riders, to you I rap and write this. My wood and maulers, y'all ballers, parties with alley liners, alley cats, scratch and vinyls. Where gold is what the drive is, potholes and leaking tires. Willies the kids are popping, so feel me as I'm flying. 131 zooming north, yeah we from GR, but the chicken is from New York. You hear the grease? We gon' need a re-release on the Wayne beat. We was getting fried at lookout till we can't see. Bandana dreams, I can't sleep. Skyline and horizon in my eyes, holding the prize. Boy, GR, all the surprise, man. Got mirrors that can beat, and some mirrors of the seats. And that winter freeze approaching, I pray you're okay without heat. And those gripping seats are open, just don't get slid over free. And this mean size I'm wearing, bro, so to let you know just where I'm from. I'm from a city where mothers will tell their sons they made weather's kids. And the colors on the ball tell you what today's weather is. It's getting windier soon as degrees raise, cause everybody here is sit out. I pray the breeze change. Hey, GRPD behave, some wanna bring back cheap pain, and others bring that cheap pain. We from a city where bridges cross us is blasphemy. Grand Rapids gon' rule, some say Grand Rapids.
I got a union with my brothers to get wealthy. Hung with killers that'll hide a body like a fat chick who took a selfie. I know some beamers cats who love to get their pockets fuller. Like Floyd, I blow the competition out like nose boogers. Like Butterworth Hospital, I'm working on my patients. Street beef is tasteless. Hood politics cause a division over Franklin's. Went to designer diamonds for that GR gold. We the best, go shake the rankings. A boss living that up life, I got mitten ties. Gifted like a Christmas drive. They can't break my pride, refuse to be stigmatized. All about my chicken, I spread it out like crack seasoning on my wings and fries. Justice for Patrick, middle fingers to the racist police that we despise. All my scraps legalized. Just left, silver bullet, target practice is a must. When I was a kid, Adina Howard was my biggest crush. Been ballin' with my brothers like Harden and Russ. They know I been having motion like the rapid bust. They in my business like interrogations. No pyramid schemes involved when it comes to this elevation. Guapped up, we the realest, we the hardest. And you know that. In the family, run deep like the DeBarges. More than a local artist. If I eat, we all eat. Turn this desert to a harvest. This legacy can't be tarnished. 616.
Street Soldier Saturdays. We back. We off that mode too,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Jelks just got us together in this joint.
Hey, yo, before we went to break, OG playing the pause game, so y'all get in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I was a little out of pocket going to break. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, y'all don't worry about it. Don't worry. I was just bullshitting with it.
I'm just saying, before this interview over, guarantee OGB say something that's out of pocket.
They always say some
You know
shit out of
what I'm
pocket.
saying?
They always say some shit out of pocket. It's cool.
Just listen for the yo. Just listen for that. We back, man. Jelks, man. The Mo 2, man. Speak on it, man. The drinks, the spirits. How'd you get into it,
I mean,
man?
that's just a byproduct of other businesses that we doing. You know, we got different liquor license establishments. You know, we'll have 6 going into next year. We got you know, the grand opening coming up of 2 new bars. We're buying the building. It's downtown Muskegon, 1208 8th Street, Mo 2 Lakeshore Wine Bar. It's the wine bar on one side, and then Prohibition Cocktail Bar is on the other side, and we're really excited. You can see the water. We got the patio and the garage doors are super classy. Yeah, it's gonna be special, and that's the first bar that's gonna be named after one of our products. So it's gonna be good. We're gonna be expanding our spirits line. But when we were building one of our bars, we were building ambiance actually downtown. The opportunity came across my desk. They were like, "Yo, you know, Jelks, Willie, what's good? You know what I mean? You guys got a lot of motion, a lot of different business synergy going on. How would you feel about you know doing a wine partnership?" And we were like, wine partnership is cool, but we're into ownership and we're into trying to expand our empire a little bit. And so we said we would like to build our own spirits company, and we'll put together the performer to do that, and then let's partner in a real way that makes sense, where we can have the rights and be able to and produce our own products. And so that's exactly what we did. And our champagne right there, our spirits are in 250 stores.
So when they come to you to promote and do like a deal like that, and you say, "No, we want our own."
Yeah.
How do you?
I ain't say it like now we want our own. I
Yeah,
said,
but
I appreciate
in layman's
I said I
terms.
appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
I like the direction that this is headed, but we want to build our own business. You know what I'm saying?
So how you pull that off by pitching it to
I
them
told
like
them
that?
we want to build our own business, and we'll create our own products in partnership with. How do you feel about that? And it was just a negotiation, and then we just we started putting numbers on the paper,
Okay.
and then we put those numbers on the paper. What made sense for us, what made sense for them. It was mutually beneficial, and we launched with our first product in 2019. There had the GRUSA brunch down at New Hotel Mertens. Debuted the product down there. From there, we hit up our people over there at Meyer and stuff like that because we already have those relationships, and started working it from there. So we're in 90 stores within Meyer's portfolio, but we're in 250 stores overall. And when you go to Meyer or you go to these stores, you see our champagne there. It's allowed to be called champagne because the vineyards where they come from are over 100 years old. There's a grandfather clause that allows you to call your bubbly champagne if the vineyards are that old, you know what I'm saying? So that's a great marketing opportunity for us. And so that was our first product, and then we just expanded. We have a vodka, a Vani Supreme vodka, and that's made on the west side of Grand Rapids. Our champagne is made in Paw Paw, and then the vineyards over there in Michigan. We got, 3 wines, Roseline Select, the Pineapple Rosé. We got the Eye Candy, She Saw, She Conquered. We paying homage to, strong women from every ethnic background, all the women who are, breaking barriers and whatnot. And yeah, man, just wanting to do something else that was fly, that was lifestyle related, that, was Grand Rapids based. And we named it Motu because that's the motto for the city of Grand Rapids. The city of Grand Rapids' motto is Motu, and it means strength and activity, strength and community. And so we knew we had a national product on our hands and that we're building the business to be national. And we wanted it to still have tie-in with Grand Rapids without it just saying Grand Rapids on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did. And after that, they started biting our style. They named the parking app Motu Vijay. You know what I mean?
How y'all feel about that? Y'all couldn't...
It's all good. No, because we didn't own it. You know what I mean? The city actually, that's the city's motto. If we owned it, it would be a lawsuit. You know what I mean? But that's the city's motto. So, you know what I mean? We borrowed it and made it hot. And, you know what I mean? The parking app made it a parking app.
So nobody can come after y'all for that name?
They can't come after us with a spirits company, Motu Vijay Spirits. But if you wanted to make Motu Vijay, flip-flops, you know what I mean, the house shoes, you could have at it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You brought up Willie the Kid, man. How y'all relationship form?
Man. Yeah, that comes from Block. Him and Block, they, had a relationship from way back, you know what I mean, from the Shogun days, and when Block was taking the city by storm. And you know what I mean, they formed a dynamic duo, and I know Block really helped to empower Willie, especially when he moved to Atlanta and went down to Clark, but was still making sure that he stayed relevant here. Big Jones and them were running around, you know what I mean, doing the shows. Him, A1, S-Class was in and out, but you know what I mean, they were fierce on the mic, you know what I mean, and so they were a crew. Block was working with them, you know what I mean? Block's the big homie. I was like, it was one day I was over at Block's crib. I remember this shit like the back of my mind. I was reading a book on Che Guevara. It was a thick ass book, you know what I'm saying? And we were in the TV room or something like that. And I was like, yo, who is this? It was like a white cover or whatever like that. It was Willie, you know what I'm saying? He had the white headband on. I think it was the Almost Famous joint, I'm pretty sure. And man, I heard Will spit from the Shogun stuff, and I knew he was nice. I just didn't know how distinctly nice he was, man. Boy was on another level, bro. Like just the way that he put the words together, and then the way that he, you know, he just laid it out for where we come from, you know what I mean, especially in Southeast Grand Rapids, you know what I mean. But it was intelligently done. It was gangster. It was hood. It was, you know, it was all the things, but it was on another level as far as the mind elevation goes. I was like, yo, this guy, I gotta meet this guy. You know what I'm saying? So Black he did the very best of Guru, you know what I mean, projects like that was setting it off. And one night I met Drink. Black wasn't even there. I was out at the Drink. You know what I mean? I had a bottle of champagne, you know what I mean? I was young and popping, but I was broke, you know what I'm saying? I'll go into the Drink, you know what I mean, Chris or one of them, you know what I mean, to let me in the Drink, you know what I mean? They make sure I got in there. Les knew my dad, that helped out too, right? And Bus shout me out because, you know what I mean, I was in the news, I was doing some activism things, and everybody knew I went to the O. So I was like, you know, going out and making my name. But man, I couldn't rub two nickels together. I'd be in the Drink Jock with like $10, $5. I'm going in and buying one beer, you know what I mean, trying to say something to a girl and, you know, keep it moving. But Lace would be in there, big homie Lace Jones would be in there. He knew what I was doing. Lace would be he'd be sending me bottles of champagne. So ladies, all those bottles of champagne you see me with at the Drink, that was compliments of Lacey Jones. I was at Calvin College.
Keep it real,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was at Calvin College. I was broke. I was a first time homeowner, you know what I mean, around that time. And I wasn't having seeing things like the Gigi boys say, you know what I mean? I was trying to put it together. But I came out the Drink and I saw Willie and I quoted him one of his lines from Very Best of Gun Rule. It was on one of them, I think it was the Thicker Than Water 50 Cent beat. And Willie said, young, black, and getting money, knowing how LeBron feel. I quoted it to him. Willie was talking to this girl from Ottawa, you know what I mean, that we both know. I'm not gonna say her name. She's probably married now.
Yeah. Oh, you my boy right there. As soon as you spit my verse, that's my boy. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, you heard him?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. She was very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful. And very cool too. And Will was, you know, talking to her, whatever like that. And I dapped him. I told him, yo, you know, I'm Black's little man, you know, blah blah blah. And then the next time we connected, it was over there at the headquarters, man. It was in the studio. You know, I think your head called me and said, yo, I need some beats. I brought some beats over, and you know what I mean, really the rest was history. We started, you know, developing a relationship. You know? Man,
there's something I've been wanting to ask you, but every time I see you, I forget to ask.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Back in the day, you had some compilation album or something you was putting together. Whatever I want to say it was called A Regime, but I'm not sure. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I ain't forget. You had everybody from everywhere.
I did,
bro.
Yeah, especially for our era.
Yeah, I'm like, one, I don't know how you got all them niggas in the same room to do that shit with no violence.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
At that time,
there was a lot going on too.
Dog.
Yeah.
Man,
I remember a couple people say, "Yo, keep him here." You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember that, but
man, I remember it was going down because I was with a couple of my friends. We was like, "Dog, hold on, what are we doing in here? What Jelks got us on?"
Yeah, but now I had everything smoothed out. But we had everybody.
Whatever happened to that project?
We put
Did it ever come out?
We still got them too. Yeah, we put them out. Man, that was before.
Man, I gotta get. What happened? You
got
one?
You know who has it? Maestro.
I gotta get that.
Yeah, Maestro had that on his computer. I got you rapping. I got you giving some bars. You, Flav, Phil, everybody from our era, and then I
tell them all the niggas who think I'll never rap.
Jock was spitting, bro.
Jock was spitting.
That was a course.
I had the chorus. I had all that.
Jock, I think I got a song with you.
Give me a chorus,
Phil.
man. Look how Block looking like. Yeah, he a rapper.
I tried
it. Spit. I want to hear you spit for sure.
You
got all the experiences. All your shit.
What it was I was trying to get on.
I never was a rapper. I always been a trapper.
Yeah, that's right.
You feel me? I really, really live that life. So you know what I mean. So I never.
That's the best part, though.
And then that's why I had motherfuckers like Shorty Ty. Spit that shit about how we live.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? That shit Ty be spitting, be talking about us.
Right. That's right.
You feel me? Everybody know it unless they don't know us.
So I never knew that project had.
Man, what we put out we probably put out about 1,000 of those. You know what I mean? 1,500 of those. We touched the city.
I remember my boy Turk was in there. I can't even remember his real name. It was Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy Moore.
Jeremy Moore. I couldn't remember his last name. Shout out to Turk,
bro. Still my boy.
That nigga was nice.
He was nice, bro.
That nigga was nice.
I was just emulating.
It was a time.
It was a time. I was emulating the guys that I saw come before me.
You was ahead of your time with that shit, because I ain't.
But I gotta say though, I was seeing it from my big homies. I'm seeing, you know, what Willie and them, you know, have done. I'm seeing what Block did. I'm seeing what Tech did.
Y'all generation changed it because my generation, we had secret rappers.
Right.
Like La.
Right.
La, my generation.
Yeah.
I came up. I knew La before he was La.
Yeah.
I knew him when he was by Reedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a difference.
Yeah.
So like
Be around him all day, didn't know he was rapping or nothing.
Yeah.
Niggas would be saying he rapping.
That's what I heard. I heard a lot just shot out of nowhere.
He just like, he a rapper.
Yeah.
What? Like, hold on, man. I gotta have a conversation with him. Like, and they like he nice. So
You
it's like,
seen him on right there on the ice cream video with meth.
Mm-hmm.
by that time, he was all, you know, this was, you know, by that video, he was already doing his thing. But before that,
early.
I'm talking early, you know, like when we in school, like where did shit come from?
Yeah.
Like high school. You know, I met Lyle in junior high.
Yeah.
But high school, it was just like he just turned into a rapper out of nowhere, man.
But when in our era, everybody went to rap.
Yeah, y'all era, that's what I say. Y'all era changed that. You know the rappers, you can go back and name them.
Yo, everybody went to rap. And everybody had a stint, you know, me rapping and like, trying to take it serious. You know?
Yeah.
And everybody had studios.
We gonna go to break real quick, and then we gonna come back and kick some more, because you know we'll get caught up that Mo 2 kicking in.
That Mo 2.
That Mo 2 kicking in, man.
Pretty
Like,
good.
share, subscribe, man. Street Soldiers, man.
See you.
Talk dirty. Say that. Hey. Staring at my phone, really like leave me alone. Stop calling when you need me, don't miss me cause you bored. I don't wanna kick it with you, skate with you, really if it ain't about a play. Little risk and reward, stay down till you come up, I'm still whipping this forward. Doors wanna slide, they still getting explored. She gon' let me score even with dents in the door. Enjoy it cause after this you getting ignored. I do it to the ones who usually diss on the doors, cause they just wanna check the nigga who gon' endorse them. They don't get the bed, they get the whip of the floor. A chair and a cover, them bitches just get the fork. Time wasted is something I can't afford. Tap my Tom bracelet like the guard in Portland. Yeah. Tom Brady, my grass cut low. Gotta watch for the snakes cause my yard's important, yeah.
Before you put another dent in your head, what? Fuck, my nigga. You can't wait to meet who, nigga? You don't wanna meet me, nigga. You don't know me, fuck. I ain't never one of these rappers. I ain't never.
Talking crazy like y'all important. They irritated when you tell them that you him, yeah. They irritated, I might whisper that to them. I make them mad, make them get up in they bag and some more shit. Might have poked something on some broke shit. White folks hated us for fucking up Coast Guard. Blowing since Pellies was popping, I made coast rip. Fin like a dolphin on me, can make a boat flip. Back on Bush, I need some rope shit. Michael, Kobe, LeBron, now this my go shit. Know a nigga lost it all, had some dope shit. Come bounce back, coke one, something he should cope with. Around more white girl than the slopes. I just pull up in some off-white on some Pope shit. Nah, I don't pop pills, I make niggas pop them. Popovich, I done orchestrated drills on some coach shit.
You stupid, drunk face ass. That's all you like to do, bitch, is get drunk and talk shit. That was gonna get you fucked up.
Love. Part of winning is sinning, oh, you ain't know it. She left you, you ain't think she'd throw it and enjoy it. Damn, need some Pat Ron, that's my go-to. Hey, get me charged up like Goku. Yeah, she want me to wife, but hit bro to advice. If you hang with all whores, you a hoe too. Told her she get slob, but said I'll be with bro too. If I said I love you, then I lied, I'm a hoe too. Just playing. Just went with this song.
Yeah, yo, y'all know what this is. Street Soldier Saturdays, we back, man. Your boy Jock City, OGOZ, here at DBIC. Yeah, man, Jelks in here still kicking, you know, legendary stuff with us, man, giving y'all some game, all that. Usually on here, you know what I'm saying, we do random stuff, social media stuff, all that. I do the little movie thing, but for you, I ain't gonna do movies, because usually I do, like, movies you would rather escape from. For you, I'm gonna give what you think is a better rap collaboration. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
24 Hours to Live or LL Cool J 4321? You got 24 hours to live.
That's a good one, ain't it? Man, how long you take to think?
I'm gonna go with 24 hours to live, man.
Ooh, that 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna go 24
I'm
hours
going
to
24
live.
hours to live. I ain't
That's
gonna lie. That was my
the Mace
yeah,
bad boy.
Yeah,
in
that
me.
era with
and,
that.
And I'm gonna be honest. 4231 introduced DMX. It's crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
just what I listen to more.
Yeah.
I listen to 24 Hours to Live more than I listen to 4231 now. But LL is the GOAT. Everybody Meth and Red on there. Like the composition of if you said I shot you remix, then it's not. Then I'm there.
Yeah.
Then I'm there because Prodigy's verse, Keith Murray, it's the intensity, and then Foxy Brown. Hey yo, Foxy Brown got so little on that record, bro. Like that's, you know what I mean. That's childhood.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
4231, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love that the battle kicked off from there.
Yeah.
Meth got busy, Red got busy.
got busy.
You know what I mean? Even Cannabis Cannabis gave him some, but I'm gonna go with 24 Hours to Live on that. I listen to more.
All right, what about Renegade, Jay-Z and Eminem, or 50 Cent and Eminem, Patiently Waiting? I've been patiently waiting for.
I'm gonna go with Patiently Waiting.
No.
I'm gonna go with Patiently Waiting.
Over Renegade?
Yeah. I'm a big Jay-Z fan. I don't like when he got outshined or
Yeah,
whatever.
okay.
And the beat for Renegade is, Eminem produced it, and M is a great
Yeah,
rapper.
he tailored it.
But
kinda,
yeah. Renegade is a great record. I want to take away from it, but like Jay-Z has collaboration records that are those ones.
All right, I'm gonna give you a couple more. How about Mobb Deep and Lil Kim, Quiet Storm? Ja Rule, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, New York.
I gotta go with Quiet Storm on that.
That was easy.
Yeah,
Over
I got
100 Guns, 100 Clips.
Yeah, 100 Guns, 100 Clips is great. Yeah. Well, Black knows,
All right, well, we're going to take it something a little different then. Meek Mill, Rick Ross, I'm a Boss, T.I. and BG Top Back.
Oh man, bro, it's Meek Mill, Rick Ross. I'm Rose. Get him out of here.
Hell
Man.
yeah.
Bro, I'm a Rose. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeezy, Jay-Z go crazy? Or niggas want to act, Mason, Busta Rhymes?
Oh yeah, man. Come on, Jeezy and Jay-Z, bro.
Oh, that niggas want to act?
Man, it's a crazy record, but bro, Jeezy and what? That's an error, bro.
Yeah.
Snowman, and then when Jay blessed it, and then that's Don Cannon produced it, and that's our big homie. I ran around with I was being toured by the affiliates, them the big bros, DJ Drama, Don Cannon, and Trendsetter. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
One more, T.I. and Young Buck, and what's the old nigga? Trick Daddy, Stand Up.
Yeah.
Or Mason, 8-Ball, MJG, The Play Away.
I'm gonna have to go with T.I. and them on that one.
Who I gotta go with The Play Away?
T.I.
The Play Away.
I gotta go stand up. Stand up with T.I. It's T.I. and Lil Wayne on there, right? On Stand Up, right?
Yeah, Lil Wayne verse was crazy. I'm talking about riding out tonight. Only way I die first, you got to kill me in this verse.
Yeah. I had good time, but you know what it is though? Some of this, I had really good times with that record though. When Mace came out,
a lot of that is the era that takes you back
thing.
to what you was doing at that time.
And I'm not gonna lie, I usually go to the older era. Like I'm telling you, you didn't ask me no Nas question. When I come, you ask me about Nas. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
You know what it is?
That's why I got my whole style.
You gonna kill me?
Yeah, firm.
Listen to this. You gonna kill me because I'm not a Nas fan at all.
I knew that. We've been knowing each other. You used to ride home in the same whip.
Yeah,
I know.
this is a fact.
I said turn that Nas up.
Yeah.
Even the Nas.
This is a fact. And I used to be like, this
Yeah.
nigga in this Nas. Man. Y'all niggas is Nas.
Yeah, Nas,
so
bro.
Nas, man.
Well, how'd you feel about his verse on the Clips?
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
You checked the album out?
Yeah, the Clips album is crazy. I love the Clips because lyrically they bring that same intensity that you heard them 15 years ago. As far as like when I look at like Nas and like Hove, the real goats, you know what I'm saying? And they've been doing it for 30 years plus. My expectations of them is to give us some information. I don't expect the rhyme to be like how it was, when that firm, on executive decisions, I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't expect
They
the rhyme
grew
to be.
out of that.
Nas and Jay, they both got bids in for casinos, right now in New York, what I mean? Nas is like the most prolific, black tech investor ever, of all time, as Queensbridge Venture Capital. So, I'm looking for different things from them. I'm looking for the new group of young, hungry MCs to come up and have something to say. What I mean?
you did say you more lean towards the old school. Do you listen to any new music?
Yeah, I listen to all of it, man. You know what I mean?
Who you listening to right now? New artists. Give me somebody.
I wouldn't even call like 21 Savage and them new, you know what I'm saying? But they current.
Well, yeah.
So I listen to 21. I listen to Meek. I listen to
Yeah, they tried to. What I like about Meek, they tried to bury Meek with all the allegations and all the little man. He came back with some nice verses on these little features he owned.
Yeah, bro, it's just talk though, bro. Like Meek is a made man. Like, you know, it's the internet era, so everybody's gonna have something to say about something. You know what I mean? And you just gotta understand that. And, you know what I mean, keep tunnel vision. And I like that Meek, you know, I like that Meek expresses itself. Sometimes I feel like anybody, not just Meek or anything, but people express themselves too much on social media. Yeah. I feel like what did Drake say is more attractive when you hold it down. You know what I'm saying? That goes for the ladies too. You know what I mean? Everything that you're going through or that you did that day, it doesn't necessarily need to be reported on Facebook. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But, you know, Meek is dope, man. And I think dope. It stands the test of time, but yeah, Meek. I like everybody from Detroit, bro. Vezo, you know what I'm saying? On fire, love Vez, love Peasy. You know what I mean? Listen to some Baby Money lately, like Skilla. You know what I mean? Skilla makes the hits. You know what I mean? I'm liking what Michigan is doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, them the top four right there.
I'm a big 4-2 fan. I was about to say I'm a big 4-2
in there. That's the top 5 over there. Well, you know, you got to put Grizzly in there too, right?
I like Grizzly, but I like Payroll Giovanni. You know what I mean? We done some business. I like Payroll. I like Payroll. You know what I'm saying? I like Payroll. Yeah, Babyface Ray, that's fire. That's a good one.
Yeah, they rocking.
They rocking, bro. Hey, it's a Michigan thing, man.
I know we missing some.
Yeah. Yeah, shout to Bodie. I did business with Bodie too.
Yeah, that's 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, they rocking, but not besides saying Big Sean and them and all them.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about them guys. I'm talking about
the up and coming.
And they really not even up and coming. Them boys are making millions out there.
They just now getting they shine.
It's always it take time.
It does, big.
Like motherfuckers, it just don't go like this. The motherfuckers that blow up that you say overnight gonna feel disrespected.
That's right,
because they
put work in. Like y'all ain't see this work. Don't you know? All of them put in work. You might just ain't get to see it.
That's a fact.
Now, if you know how many people I put on T.I.?
Yeah.
How many? They out there. They'll tell you. You know, I used to be bumping that as a youngster, but he was up and coming. They ain't know. So they the same thing. You know, that's just the new time.
They're getting their national recognition.
They've been working though. But they've been working.
And you know what I like about it, big on me? They've been getting money.
Yeah.
You feel me? They didn't wait for a major label to sign them to get to the bag.
It takes time for it to pay off, and it feels so good when it starts paying off because you feel it. You get the love for it. And not to change the subject, but is this our first time ever being introduced?
No.
We bumped into each other.
In the community, I was probably faded. You might have been more faded than me. Though.
I done bumped into you a few times, but I ain't never been introduced.
Jack always used to be like,
I don't remember.
Jack always used to be like my big brother. Yeah, we definitely crossed paths.
That's what it is, man. So what? Hey, it's good to meet you, man.
Formally though.
Real talk.
Yeah. Well, let's speak back on some of your history, some of the things you've done, some of your businesses. Let's talk club ambiance, man. What actually happened? You know, it'd be a lot of gossip in the street.
Club ambiance was a beautiful thing, man, and it really it took my business portfolio to another level. I think, you know, what you saw is you had 6 black men put, you know, their resources together, put their business prowess together and put something really solid downtown Grand Rapids.
Do you think that they didn't want you downtown?
I mean,
a lot of people were saying.
Well, I think there's
that was a bossy move.
That's what the whole city was saying. That's always for the black people to go downtown. You know they ain't gonna want y'all down there. They're gonna try to run y'all out of there.
A part of it. I want to say, I want to shout out to the people that gave us the opportunity down there, because oftentimes in our city, man, black people don't even get an opportunity to do anything.
Nothing.
So in the strength of, you know, myself,
especially some entertainment stuff, they gonna automatically be like
in the middle of the hotel district. You know what I mean? There was risk taking on all sides. 2 things I want to say about that. One, we had a really good time. I'm glad that we were even able to get ambiance open, man. You know, the pandemic hit in about March of 2020. we had to pay bills on that for 2 years, you know what I mean, in order just to keep the project afloat after we had invested 6 figures into that project. It ended up being 7 figures by the time that we wrapped up. But, you know what I mean, we had already invested 6 figures by the time that everything shut down. And so, you know, to be able to pay bills on that, I just feel blessed and fortunate that we were able to have that baby and bring that into fruition. That's first and foremost. That speaks to the fortitude and the blood, sweat, and tears and what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Everybody glamorizes that, talking about entrepreneurship this and business ownership that, but when you got to come out of your own pocket for something that, you know, is thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, a month, and then still finish up the construction where you were at, you know what I mean, to get, you know, that open after all that. That was one of the biggest success stories, man. And I don't even necessarily know if I consider myself successful yet. It's just I'm just a work in progress, you know what I'm saying? But that was one of my personal biggest success stories that I've been involved with for sure. As far as what happened, man, you know, Grand Rapids, we told everybody downtown, you know, we were in contact with the police department 2 years before we opened. We said, hey, we're coming into the hotel district. We've locked in our lease. We're building this out. We're investing a ton of dollars. We're not going to go like every, you know, club in Grand Rapids history, every African-American club. So, you know, we just, all we ask from you guys is that we get the same support that, you know, other establishments who are owned by people who don't look like us receive. And, you know, they couldn't do that. So in our spot, great things, man. We brought the Vezos, we brought the Peasies, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jock, you came out. Jock, we had a great night out there.
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Yeah, Jock, we mean you. We got to it. VIP, I said, yo, my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And got right there.
I want to say that's the first time I tried the
Mo2? Yeah. I was like, yo, have some of mine too. But yo, we got you some tequila.
That's what I'm drinking right now, Mo2, right?
Yeah, we off Mo2.
Yeah, I'm over here faded off of that.
Yeah. So it was a good time, man. And we employed like 25 people, man, young people, creating opportunities. But the bottom line is the police and the city weren't doing a good job of securing the premises. Our job is to secure ambiance. Yeah. There was like 5-6 fights tops. We would have like 22 security guards on a Saturday night armed in ambiance.
How long was it open?
We opened 11 months.
11 months?
And we
and 5-6 fights out of that?
5-6 fights. And it got broke up quick.
That ain't bad.
The problem was, though, when you allow in downtown.
No killings?
No. In our spot, no. Right. But in the neighborhood, when you allow 1,000, when you allow 1,000 people to converge, you know, then anything and everything is gonna happen.
I'm talking about at the spot.
Nothing, no killings at the spot.
Oh yeah, you get a that's still an A- to me.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Grand Rapids,
Grand Rapids,
fight every
11
months,
5 fights, no killings.
Man,
man, that's an A-.
So, but we were constantly getting heat from the downtown community about
that's because they don't want us down there
about the outside. And what our thing is, and what we told the
once people outside the club, it's
we
up
can't
to the
control
police
what's going on outside.
It's up to the police. It's up to the city officials. It's your job. It's your responsibility. And I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people who claim to represent us downtown, they were cowards, and they still are cowards, and so we're taking up legal recourse on that. You know what I mean? Because
still to this day,
we're still taking up legal recourse to this day. So that's about the extent that I could talk about it. But it was a beautiful thing, and we have other liquor license establishments and dispensaries and other businesses in West Michigan, and our other liquor license establishments don't have those type of problems. I think a club is a very unique business, and it requires so much finesse if you're doing it as African American ownership, where there's going to be a lot of our people coming from all parts of the city, and our people just there's some I really got to tell our people, we got to grow up, man. You know what I mean? That we really got to mature, and we need to stop the self.
They was just fighting in what we was just talking about. Everywhere. They was just fighting in dames and games and shit. The little new strip club we got. We just now getting a strip club. Y'all want to tear it up?
We got to stop. We got to stop the self hate. Like everybody. This is a big city, but it's small where we come from, and we know where each other is at. So if we want to, go shoot the fair one, I would encourage everybody to put the guns down. We don't need any more of that. Even the legal ones, we don't need any more of our people getting shot, because when somebody dies, it impacts this entire community. You know what I mean? God bless the dead. Old girl's son died. She grew up around our way, and he drowned, unfortunately. In prayers with that family, and we all felt that. You know what I mean? So when somebody is killed, even if they are in the streets in Grand Rapids, we feel it different. point. We're not big enough to where this doesn't have an impact. And so we really need to be thinking, is it worth taking this man's life for? You know, one of my young boys, you know what I mean, my little guy, man, got killed, you know what I mean, coming from an establishment in Easttown. You know, that just happened a couple months ago. It's heartbreaking. You know,
when a lot of the young boys get killed around here, it's heartbreaking. Everybody feel it. It's somebody nephew or somebody that we know. Oh, that was such and such. Oh, that's nephew. He be with such and such them.
So at what point do we say, so that our community can grow, whether it's from a business perspective or it's just from a love perspective? At what point do we make a decision to place more accountability on ourselves and not bring that activity down to where we're supposed to be enjoying entertainment? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And so I want to challenge the community to mature, because I'm telling you now, all my new establishments, they serve a much broader base. Ambiance did too, but people were so starved coming out that pandemic, and it was 6 of us black guys, and that represented something really special for the community, and I'm glad I was a part of it. But you know, we're not gonna have anything where any hip hop music can play. Like, I like to hear Skilla Baby in the spot, but my spot that I have in Alger Heights, it doesn't play Skilla Baby. You know what I mean? It doesn't play Meek Mill, I'm a Boss. You know what I mean? It's just not that type of vibe, and I'm not gonna let it be that type of vibe because I want to get rich forever. You know what I mean? We're trying to build sustainable businesses so that we can, so that we can pour back into our community. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where it comes from with that. But yeah, the ambiance scene, great experience. Shout out to everybody who was a part of that. Man, and you know, we move on. We doing 3 new bars in downtown Grand Rapids right now. They under development, under construction right now as we speak.
That's dope, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So, you know, it's all good.
I want to take you back just a little bit before we go to break, man.
Yeah,
take me back to your affiliate days. What was your involvement in that?
Yeah,
Did you have any we gonna go to break and then we gonna come back.
All right.
We gonna come back.
Big
to
right
that,
there.
yeah.
You see how that stopped right there?
Yeah. Streets on the Saturdays. Leave
Big
it in the
shit
comments,
poppin'.
man.
Hit
Everything,
this, man, for that.
Get with us.
Motherfucker, stop that fast. Hold it.
Hey, modern day hoe. Hey, modern day young nigga shit. Modern day hot boy shit. Kill a nigga in the driver's seat, that's a ghost ride. I'm in that spaceship, I bought this bitch from the aliens. You don't wanna play, you don't know what type of game it is. 84 G.I. Chew, I'll bless you. Last nigga try to pull up on you, try to stretch him. Kill a nigga ass from 2 ways for playing both sides. Bought 20 straps for myself, don't care if don't slide. These bitches damn near banned, I gotta watch my step. Holding her head with the right, gripping my Glock with the left. Jeweler hit me with some ice, got me looking like meth. My little brother shooter too, so I guess I'm Steph. Zap just got a deal, so I guess I'm next. No Kanye, I'm trying to move all of my fam to the west. Padre got them bricks and they come with the stamp. Blizzy with the light on it, this bitch came with the lamp. Bitch, I just want the neck like a vampire. Bitch, you know we blowing big woods like a campfire. Had the 22 on Prince, like I'm Tayshawn. Sock a nigga and I keep the 9, I think I'm Ray John. That whole ass nigga can't compare to me. He used to be a whoop, he done turned into a parakeet. I try to ride for him, even though they was ahead of me. I try to ride for him, even though they was ahead of me. Hey, kill a nigga in the driver's seat, that's a ghost ride. Yeah, I'm in that spaceship, I bought this bitch from the aliens. You don't wanna play, you don't know what type of game it is. 84 G.I. Chew, I'll bless you. Last nigga try to pull up on you, try to stretch him. Kill a nigga ass from 2 ways for playing both sides. Bought 20 straps for myself, don't care if don't slide. This that wipe a nigga knows whether this that fuck nigga ain't gon' try it cause he knows better. Hey, this that wipe a nigga knows whether this that fuck nigga ain't gon' try it cause he knows better. I'll blow this bitch like a M80. Blue glizzy can at the top, I call it Slim Shady. Hey, man, that one nigga. Hey, slime, wipe your nose off, make you doze off. I was off a 4 dog, yeah, it was raw. Always 100 with my niggas, yeah, that's law. No, we don't fuck with them niggas, they the law. All them heads at the trap like a mosh pit. First class flying, bitch, I'm down there in the cockpit. I'm down there asking the pilot what that button do, nigga. That's how close I am, nigga. Watching movies, dogs and all, pouring up on the plane and shit. High as hell. Hey, young nigga shit forever. Hey, kill a nigga in the driver's seat, that's a ghost ride. Hey, I'm in that spaceship, I bought this bitch from the aliens. You don't wanna play, you don't know what type of game it is. 84 G.I. Chew, I'll bless you. Last nigga try to pull up on you, try to stretch him. Kill a nigga ass from 2 ways for playing both sides.
bought 20 straps for myself. No care, don't slide.
Yeah, we back, man. Now we
Yeah.
back, man. Take me back to your affiliate days, because I
AMG,
always want to
man.
know what was your involvement, what was you doing.
For sure, man. Shit.
Everybody in the city at that time,
Yeah.
when niggas was running around with them A shirts
Yeah.
and had anything affiliates, niggas wanted to be down with that shit.
Yeah.
If you had any type of musical talent, you was rapping, you was producing, you was trying to get whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Video girl.
Yeah.
You see a nigga with that A shirt, you like, oh, bro, this nigga probably don't even do nothing, man. He
Yeah.
just got a shirt.
It was meaningful,
So
man.
when I seen you running around with them shits,
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, man, what you doing?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Me and Block had a strategy. We came in there and we were like, all right, cool. Like, all right, Drama's the big homie, right? He's the cash cow. And then Lies, the general Lie was, starting to ascend, and he was taking over the affiliates, the management side and becoming the president, and Willie was the signature artist. Like, Willie helped the affiliates part of the brand, like, really go to another level. The deal was based on The Day the Game Changed, his mixtape with the green hoodie on. That had the whole industry buzz. When he did that, him and Cannon, the shit just took off. You know what I'm saying? Block pushed it out here, but it went national. Cannon and them were pushing it national all over the country. And so, they got the label deal. And, what we wanted to do was make sure that we brought, Grand Rapids and the opportunity via that affiliates brand. So it was like, how can we create opportunities for Civi Madi from this? You know what I mean? Two sides of the family, the homies, you know what I'm saying? How can everybody in the ecosystem also benefit from this? And the first step was Block becoming an official affiliates DJ. That was a major accomplishment. What y'all guys got to understand is there was only like 10 affiliates DJs throughout the country, but it was the biggest DJ brand. It was bigger than Heavy Hitters. It was bigger than Funk Flex, Big Dog, Pit Bulls, or whatever he had.
Crazy.
Affiliates was
that
like
shit was
it
crazy.
was monstrous, man. I'm talking about every major artist from around 04 to probably like 2011.
I want to say 02, 03.
Yeah, because Jeezy and them. But like we can start with Jeezy and we can say like around 03.
Yeah.
That first Gangsta Grills and all. But bro, it took off, bro, to where Chris Brown had a, mixtape, and Bobby Valentino, the R&B acts,
That shit was crazy.
It was crazy. So Head getting that stamp, becoming an official affiliates DJ, being from Grand Rapids, Michigan, that was a very big deal because all the other ones were from Philly, Atlanta, DJ Holiday and them, Atlanta, Memphis, Lil Larry. Like, these are some of the biggest, most legendary DJs in the big metropolitan communities. We're in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The only reason we had, a DJ from here that was solidified, that was a made man, is because Willie and Lie, facilitating those opportunities, and Block putting in that work, on the street and helping, Drum with his Midwest campaign. That's a fact, And Drum, if he was here, he would say that himself. DJ Drama, by the way, he would say that. So first it was that, and then it was try to create a pipeline of artists from our community to get on, but then also build with other artists throughout the Midwest. Willie brought me to the demonstration. He brought me down there, and connected me, with Lie and Drum and whatever, and solidified me. But Lie, really gave me the position to join him on the management team and be like, it was like an externship for me, but I had the title of management, and I got paid based on shows that I booked and things that I connected.
Okay.
For
That's what I wanted to
Drum,
know.
for Lie, for for whomever. And man, it was a beautiful thing. Man, Atlanta changed my life. You got to remember, we're going down there, like when Block was first started going down there, that's the BMF era. I don't know if he got on his camera and started telling y'all.
Man, Block ain't saying nothing yet, man. He got all type of shit. He got some shit
he's
up
probably
his
holding
sleeve,
that
man.
for his
He got some
project.
shit up his sleeve.
He's probably holding
man.
that for his when he's gonna tell his story, so I won't tell too much of it. But Block first was going down there, and that was like tail end of the BMF stuff. So he's seeing all that in action. I'm coming down there after that, and what I'm seeing is Atlanta become this mecca for African American business, bro. I'm I'm seeing Atlanta being the entertainment hub. You know, I'm New York down. My grandfather moved out to New York from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I'm New York.
I
That's
already
me.
know.
You know that. You know how I was in school. So you know, man, I love New York, but Atlanta just put me onto some new opportunities, man, and it allowed me to see black excellence on a different level. And so we're running around in the club with DJ Drama, and Lil Wayne is right here, and it's all of us in the VIP, or we're on MTV and T.I. is doing this thing. We're backstage on tours. I mean, bro, like I can't Gucci Man, like in the office, you know, every other day recording mixtapes, bro, everything, bro. Like I remember at the Love for Money video shoot, it was Willie's first single off of Absolute Greatness. It was Willie featuring Trey Songz, Gucci Man, Bun B,
Nelly
Flow
on there?
Rider. No, that was the 5001s. I was there. We were there for that too.
5001s.
Yeah, but
I'm tripping. That was my shit.
I remember being down there and Nicki Minaj was on set and Drama didn't even know who she was. You know what I'm saying? She was just Lil Wayne's artist. I was like, yo, she was like, hey, is that DJ Drama over there? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. I was like, you want to meet him? She was like, definitely, I need to. So I went over to Drum. You know, Drum isn't the type of guy you just spring something on him and try to do your own thing. You know what I mean? So I went and I asked his permission. I said, yo, big homie, that's Lil Wayne's artist over there, Nicki Minaj. I said, she's on fire. He's like, yeah. He's like, I know, I've been seeing her stuff. I said, she wants to meet you. Can I bring her over here? He was like, yeah. Grabbed her by her wrist, brought her over there to Drum. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. That's crazy.
When we because we gonna blow up. When we finally bump into Nicki, man, we gonna have to ask.
Yeah,
Nicki.
ask her about
No, it ain't even you, man. We got a bunch of Nicki Minaj stories that ain't been on camera. A bunch of people that done been around in that time, man. Got a bunch of Nicki Minaj stories.
Nicki was cool as a fan too, and the crazy part is, yo, bro, these dudes cut her. Whoever did the editing cut her out the video. Yeah. So like when you see all the cameos, there's all kind of people in there. But you know, I think OJ the Juice Man might have slid in there. I forgot who all made it out there for that one. But Nicki got cut out the video. You could just see like a clip of her pink pants in there. It was crazy. But yeah, bro, like, you know, we started taking the Midwest, bro. Like, you know, Stretch Money, you know, working with people out of Detroit, you know, making relationships, you know what I mean, from the Midwest. Because what we looked at this thing as was our opportunity, right, to connect Grand Rapids and make our community more relevant, but also, you know, put all of those regions behind our guys. You know what I'm saying? So like when we be in Columbus or making a connection with the brothers down there, we had made a connection with LeBron's crew under that affiliates umbrella. So I set up Drum to do some business with them. Did some in-stores, did some shows. Now I'm getting a check. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, Block had the opportunity. Tech and them went. Block had the opportunity to go to the LeBron James party in Chicago. I think we sent Tech and Brandon from Tech and Brandon from Persevere went in our stead because I couldn't make it. I had an exam or something like that for school. You know what I mean?
Man, you used to be on that school shit.
I was on it, man. I had an exam, and Block was like, "Man, I'm not going to that." You know what I mean? Like he chose not. I'm good on that. You know, but we did a lot of. To on the record, bro, we did a lot of celebrity things, man. It's more celebrity parties and video shoots than I can count. Like it was one time at the Velvet Room. Lace came down there. He came to meet me. This is at that 5001s video shoot. This is DJ Drama single. Block was down there. Every major artist came through that video shoot. Dipset came through. It was Jim Jones and Max B in them. Came through like 100 deep. Rose came through with Triple C's. Ray Kwan was on the set. Jay-Z's mentor, Jazzo, even was out there. It was like, man, Swiss Beats, bro, fabulous, bro. I'm talking about everybody's in the video. The dreams in the video. We over there being.
So I could just imagine all the stuff that got cut out because I remember watching the video and I was like, damn, man, Gunru might be next, dog.
Everybody, Gunru was next. Yeah. Hey, yo, and we did our thing too.
What do you think was the downfall of the whole affiliates internal? I mean, it seemed like that shit just fizzled out. What's your opinion? Because everybody gonna have their own.
Two things. One, Gunru did our thing. Yo, Grand Rapids has done it on a major level because we got to talk about these awards and this documentary and all that after the next break. Yeah. But Gunru, we did our thing. You got to understand. Willie got a deal. LAD got 2 label deals. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Block became not just a DJ that everybody knew in Grand Rapids that had Grand Rapids sold up, but he became known and respected throughout the Midwest and did business throughout the Midwest. Yeah. And other guys got that stamp put on them, all from the affiliates movement. So it was successful. Yeah. Successful businesses and partnerships, they're not meant to last forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have a run, and in that run, you need to do everything that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And what I would say, you know, I'm definitely for WTK, man, he got a lot of money and he did exactly what he needed to do. Yeah, he's still eating the money that he made back then. He's still making residuals off that now. You know what I mean? He invested that, and that's why he has, you know what I mean, a business empire now. You know what I'm saying? But when you want to ask what happened, it was above my pay grade. But I think, you know,
I like that.
Yeah. But brothers had different directions that they wanted to go with the business, and that's, you know, lie and drum, and it's okay, you know what I mean, for things to go their separate ways. Like again, Jock, me and you know, we've been cool since forever, but it could have been, we never had this, but it could have been a time where we fell out, and then we, you know what I mean, it just comes back around and it gets back solid. Though it was young men with millions of dollars and budgets and egos and you know, in different directions. LAD was like, I'm building embassy, and LAD's rap career, he was prioritizing that. He was prioritizing the notorious LAD. He was prioritizing wanting to build outside of, I think, only Gangsta Grills. I think, and Drum wanted Gangsta Grills to just expand and do some of the things that he's doing now. LAD is doing things that he wanted to do now, right? Like getting back to his roots with the Whoop. Drum is doing things like he wanted to do now with his partnership with Atlantic, because you got Jack Harlow signed to you, got Lil Uzi Vert signed to you.
I've been saying what he doing.
You know what I mean? And it's all still love, bro. Everywhere I go out around the country, if I'm in Vegas, if I'm in Atlanta, you know what I mean, if I'm in New York, I hit Drum. Bro, Drum's in Detroit. He hits me and tells me come down, meet him at Annex. You know what I mean? We're gonna turn up, Joe. I'll probably see him at the Jeezy. Him and Jeezy are gonna be doing something with the symphony. Probably go down there.
I keep hearing about that.
Yeah. I'll probably go see him then. You know what I mean? Everywhere I go around the country, Drama hit me up, or if I'm around where he's at, I hit him up and go be with him. And LAD is I talked to LAD yesterday, man.
Yeah, we ain't got too much time left, so we're gonna get into the documentary. Go ahead, kick it. Let us know what's going on with that, everything you got going on.
Check this out, man. Live from the 616 is gonna be an incredible art piece, man. And it's paying homage to the past, the history of Grand Rapids hip hop, the present, you know what I mean, people who are doing it now, and then we're gonna have some real conversations about the future. And not only are we gonna explore, you know, the artists and like the music themselves and the projects, but we're gonna be talking about the communities where we come from. That's what I like. See, somebody like Big Bro, I want to hear from him as to, hey, why did I even get in the street in the first place? And then what's the elements around that shaped why Ty's gold tape came out so, you know what I mean, premiere. So
he had influence on a lot of that early shit.
I know
with
he did.
Ty, because he was, you know what I mean.
I know he did.
One day Ty was telling this story, but he was helping doing shit.
Exactly.
With, you know what I mean, behind the scenes.
But that's the next frontier.
Because he put me on Ty, brought Ty around early, and I was like, this nigga,
he's nice. He sounds like Nas. You don't like Nas? You crazy? Bro. But look, check this out,
man. Look,
let me check this out. I'm not on.
We ain't gonna get into that.
Yo, let's go. Look. So look, but it's gotta be. It's culture time in Grand Rapids. Yeah. Like we can't. I love Detroit and I love all those Detroit artists, but I'm loving what the Grand Rapids artists are doing. Yeah. You know, y'all partner, y'all business partners, DJ Head DiBiase, the outlet. Yeah. Yo, the Pyrex series. You know what I mean? I was there when Money Mott was recording his project, The Signature. I was in those sessions, and then Money's. I didn't know Money as a kid from UNT. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm from up here. Yeah. Money was breaking down to me jokes. I gotta hit him with the sauce, and you know he's dancing and give the energy and the furs and the girl. You know, and he's telling me about the street history of UNT that I didn't know because I'm not from that way. And I think there's knowledge to be gained from those experiences. It's not to glorify, you know, the streets, but it is to say, why are we so quick to run to Detroit and, you know what I mean, pay him? Like when I see the girls' Instagrams, why they all got All Peasy and Skilla Babies songs on they pictures, but they don't got Cheesy and Sogan Boost. Them are our own. You know what I'm saying? If we supported our own, like Detroit supports their own, we all be on a different way. And so the documentary is about talking about that history, talking about the actual conditions that artists come from and why they're saying things the way that they're saying. And not all the artists are coming from the street. You know, like shout out to Mike G. You know what I'm saying? Mike G has been curating at Billy's and Intersection and, you know what I mean, did live instrumentation. And his story's totally different, you know what I mean, from a Mo McCoy's. You know what I mean? It's totally different from a Robert S. It's totally different from Governor Slugwell. So me and Vic, we got in the war room and I said, Vic, it's time for us to really help the ecosystem, to join in what you guys are doing, Michigan Street Soldiers. than others, right? Who are giving a voice and a platform to people. It's time for us to put the camera to it. Tech Togo is a great visual artist and a great artist, period. And so
this is the awards.
No, this is the documentary. Still in the documentary.
Okay.
So that's the documentary is called Live from the 616.
Okay.
And that's what I named that first concert that we threw at Wealthy Theater where Ty came back and did his thing. And then the awards is just about, hey, listen, there's all these people doing these wonderful things in our city, and they're not getting acknowledgement, man. They got to get acknowledgement for putting in the hard work, putting out the projects, creating. And some of these younger generation artists, they're blowing up without any support of the city. And some of these younger generation artists, a lot of us don't even know who they are. Yeah. Everything is so scattered now. It's not like you're going to one DJ where, Block is playing them on the mixtape, or Buzzcat is playing them in the club. You know what I mean? It's not like that. We don't really have any, clubs like that anymore that would play that type of music. And so
y'all can catch them on Aux 33 on Michigan Mondays, man, when me and Block be playing that music, man. We be playing that music. So send it to us at streetsoldierradio@gmail. We playing y'all music, so get with us.
That's right.
Or y'all can see it at Street Soldier Saturday.
Or on Street Soldier Saturdays when we go to break, man.
Hey, we be playing videos we don't even know.
Shout to Aux, though, man. What y'all doing there? That's dynamic.
Who you listen to right now?
I'm listening to Cheesy, Slogan Boo, Lil Corp. Shout to Hunchino. Hunchino makes them hits for the ladies. He's got a fire.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to all those guys, man. There's a lot of artists doing it. You know what I'm saying? They nice, man. I'm GRU. We didn't even talk about the clothing company. I'm GRU.
Look, we're gonna go to a quick break real quick, and then we're gonna come back and give y'all probably about 3 to 5 more minutes, and we're gonna wrap this up. I wish we could keep going, but we almost, the SD card blinking at us right now, man. So Street Soldier Saturdays, we be back.
That's it.
That motherfucker winking.
BNN Films. They say I'm just a typer. Buddha. Internet gangster. I don't be on shit. Know what I mean? Niggas make stats. Know what I mean? Just don't tell the police. Just let them know I'm a typer, man. I don't be on nothing. I'll be out the way. Peso. I just bought a shotgun. That whole 8 shots shaped like a chopper. I'm about to put a drum on it. Money on my top. They better get refunds for that last episode. Turn it to a rerun. Money make the hoes wet. Bodies make the D's come. Every time I see them face to face, them niggas freeze up. I ain't bowing down to no niggas that got on the stand. I ain't tryna talk to no nigga that told on his man. Fuck a chain. My whole jury kit worth 100 bands. Bust down before the pandemic. They wouldn't understand. Riding through the city like the mayor. Fuck the politics. Christian Dior. She got a pair if she swallowed it. You know they explode on contact when them hollows hit. Everybody real to that paperwork, the topic shit. Ride shotgun through they hood till I see niggas. Koi gon' catch the body, toss it back, he a flea flicker. Never sold an ounce, all cap, don't believe niggas. They gon' keep coming for your dog till I leave niggas. I ain't typing niggas back and forth, I'm in the streets with it. Once I send a blitz, Hail Mary, you can't prevent it. Riding by myself, I've been feeling kinda nervous. Pistol on my lap, I'm about to catch a murder. Bitches texting me, telling me it ain't worth it. Bitches texting me, telling me they come and murk it. Riding by myself, I've been feeling kinda nervous. Pistol on my lap, I'm about to catch a murder. Bitches texting me, telling me it ain't worth it. Bitches texting me, telling me they come and murk it.
Yeah, we back, man. Street Soldier Saturdays, man. Continue, man.
Yeah, so the awards are gonna be amazing. Like, one of our buddies, Phil Gates, you know what I'm saying? GG Boys, when they had the streets, I always remember when they went and got their award at the first one that we founded.
Yep.
And they had it on fire. And I really respected them because they all came from Kalamazoo. And at the time, they had tension with a certain neighborhood that was over up this way, which, all that stuff is put to bed now. But they came through, got their awards. Boss Ruff was hype, you know what I'm saying? And then they got right out of there, you know what I mean? Those are those times. This time, it's going to be very corporate. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got like a lot of models, you know what I mean, that are gonna be involved.
Crazy,
but it was a good time, you know what I mean. It was a good time, and you had to be brave even to go get your award at that time.
Man, because I was like, what y'all about to get? Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the 10. Yeah, I was like, y'all going down where?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
What is going down?
And
Like
shout to my brother Civi Madi if you want to see his performance on the Grand Rapids hip hop page, which is also something that we oversee in order to build up the ecosystem. We've been sharing everything for Michigan Street Soldiers.
I appreciate it.
I hope y'all know that. Yeah, we're big
Yeah.
supporters of Michigan Street Soldiers. This is the podcast to come see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Civi Madi had a legendary, iconic performance. Shut the awards down. I'm talking about commanded the stage. I remember, everybody was just looking, people's jaws dropped. He had some frustration. He told me the other day in his mind, and even though he won some awards and collected a few that day, he said he had to let it be known who he was as an MC. But yeah, man, we got those moments. Some of those moments will be in the doc, but the awards is going to be crazy. We got podcast of the year on there too. You know what I'm saying?
I've been seeing it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Entrepreneur of the year. We got some really great categories that just aren't purely intertwined with the music. But the main point of it is to highlight the music, the arts, and the culture. So September 19th, back at the Wealthy Theater. Myself,
how do
the
people
kid,
vote?
Governor Slugwell.
We're
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to vote online on the Facebook page of Grand Rapids Hip Hop and on the Instagram page. Also, we have a committee. You know what I mean? Because you always need a committee who will be able to know, hey, separate the real from the fake. Because there's a lot of Jedi mind tricks that people use online. You know what I'm saying? People will send some bots at you and try to make it look like the real aren't really doing their thing. You know?
That's what I was just telling somebody.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody was like, I ain't even gonna say who it was. Somebody was talking about the viewers that we had, and because we got 130 some subscribers, 160 some subscribers, and the video had 130 some views. But I had to let them know that mean the majority of our subscribers is watching what we got going on. It be people with 1 million subscribers, and only 10,000 people watching what you going on.
Facts.
You know what I'm
People
saying?
with a fake million followers, but you only get 20 interactions with
so
me.
that
Makes
I'm
me
like
question your
that's
whole-
letting you know that our shit is
Come on,
organic.
man.
We got real people that's really watching what we got going on. So we ain't gonna do nothing but grow. So I love what we got going on,
Let's
and
go.
I remember starting from zero because
That's
we
right.
got a whole nother channel where we got over 6,000, and it's
Hey,
still
check
growing.
this out. Michigan Street Soldiers is on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these awards and even the documentary, man, just shout to Willie the Kid, man. I can't underscore enough, how successful bro has been, whether it's investing, whether it's building businesses, taking the music money and doing other things with it, and then being willing, because, I'm always the program Rapids guy. I'm like, bro, I'm going to do this at the crib, and I'm going to buy real estate at the crib, and I've done all those things, right? But I'm always like, bro, I want you to be a part of some of these arts and culture things because it's important for them to hear from you, having taken it to that level, to still be involved, to still be hands-on. And every time, I put the call in and say, bro, I want you to be a part of the awards. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows I'm a factory. I'm going to go regardless. So, you know what I mean? And, if you're with me, you're with me. But if you're not, I'm still going. And then if we catch back up, you know what I mean? Then we could get back to it. But I put in the call, and every time I put in the call to bro, with all the time that he's spending around the country and, making music with Alchemist and, all that type of stuff that he'll tell y'all when he gets down here, you know what I mean? He's still... is being intentional about investing in the crib. So shout to him. Shout to Governor Slugwell, the official hip hop architect. You seen him clash with those punk ass police, you know what I'm saying, and hold his ground. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all were filed for that. But Governor Slugwell and his wife, the first man, first lady in Grand Rapids, elected officials, the president of the Boston Neighborhood Association, you know what I mean, and the preeminent architect of hip hop, man, he is walking history when it comes to what Robert S. did and Iceman J did back in the 80s to what Ty and Izzy Dope did in the 90s to, you know what I'm saying, what Block and Willie and, you know what I mean, everybody did in the 2000s, even on down to, you know what I mean, the young boys getting busy now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like it's our time to shine. It's Grand Rapids versus everybody. It's GR USA till the world blows, you know what I'm saying? It's Michigan Street Soldiers, you know what I'm saying?
Michigan Street Soldiers.
Man, look, I wish we had more time, man, because I still got a bunch of,
I
what I'm
got
saying?
5 things for him, though.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Give him the 5
Before
things.
we get up
man.
out of here, if you was born in Grand Rapids or raised, give me 5 things you should know about Grand Rapids.
People, places, things,
you
events.
should know off top, Grand Rapids is a big city, and we're turning into a global city right before our very eyes. That's why the neighborhoods are getting gentrified. But But we still have a small town mentality. And that's not just in the black community, that's also in the mainstream community. We still have a small town mentality, and Grand Rapids can't reach its full potential until we embrace all this diversity, all these different places where people come from, and everybody has an equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be handed anything in Grand Rapids. There aren't any handouts. Everything's going to be earned, nothing given. That's one thing.
That's one.
Two, we have some of the most hardworking people in the country. Like, we have a blue collar work ethic. You know what I mean? Jock works hard. Big Bro works hard. Block works hard. I work hard. People in Michigan and in Grand Rapids in particular, we roll up our sleeves. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, some of us are a little bit more Hollywood than others, but we're not that Hollywood. Everybody's real and everybody's tough. So you really can't play with anybody in Grand Rapids. Yeah. Everybody will knock your block off. Everybody will defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? Grand Rapids is a real, man. Yeah. Grand Rapids is a real. Yeah, Three. Everybody should know that Grand Rapids is becoming a hub for technology. So if you have ideas, don't limit yourself because you don't know where to go. Start connecting with some people and doing some research. Use the artificial intelligence app, you know what I mean? But start connecting and getting yourself in position to take advantage of what's going to be the workforce of the future. The workforce of the future is going to be technology driven, and we need to prepare our kids for it. We need to make sure they're getting educated for it. And that's what it is.
That's three.
That's three.
Number 4 is that Ottawa Hills High School.
Ottawa Hills always
is the biggest, the best. Shout out to all the City League schools, the official city, but Ottawa is the fashion school. Yeah. It's the Mecca. Floyd Mayweather went there. Willie the Kid went there. You know what I'm saying? Dave Harris went there. On and on. Exactly. You know what I mean? So I'm an Indian, but shout out even to the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm Indian over here.
That orange and black. That orange and black is everything, you know, and don't try to play us. I'll be hearing the little snickers and Ottawa, and then some of the younger people after us like, Ottawa, what? You
shout out to the Bengals.
Okay, you know what I mean? All right, you know.
I'm
one more. Give us one more.
Yeah.
And what's one more thing you need to know if you was born, raised in Grand Rapids? You need to know about Grand Rapids.
I was born in St. Mary's, man. They say that's where people go to die.
That's a fact. They do say that.
Yeah, you say that. But no. Well, number 5 is
that's an honorable mention.
The city's full of tough love, man. I call it the city full of tough love. Like, we do love each other here, and I just I want all of us to be more mindful, man, about that love, man, and about the ties that bind as opposed to the things that divide us. You know, we have a lot of up and coming bosses here, man. Shout to Mikey Buxton and Gonzo, what they doing, you know what I mean, that Lotus Spud. Shout to Chris Sane, what he's doing, you know what I'm saying, and
Chris
what he's done
crazy.
in his investment community. Another Ottawa Hill Indian. But we got people who are giving back. You know, my big homie Rodney Brown, who's an educator and an academic and a scholar. We've got all these wonderful people from this community. And I think, you know, what we could all agree on is that it's all right to have, you know, healthy competition. It's all right if the next up and coming podcast wants to be Michigan Street Soldiers, because you're inspiring them. But at the point when we allow it to get toxic, at the point when we allow the neighborhood stuff that isn't serious, that's not about money and is more about, you know, who said what and he said, she said on Snapchat, that we allow that to overtake us, you know what I mean? That stuff is destructive. And so I want to encourage unity, and I want us to hearken to it's all right to be tough, but let's focus in on the love part. You know what I mean? That's really, you know, where we need to be at.
Man, Michigan Street Soldiers Saturdayz.
Did you hear that? That's a great 5, man.
Ain't nobody ever gonna have. Ain't nobody never gonna have a 5 like that and break down in that detail on the show. I swear to God. Yo, we here. Street Soldiers Saturdayz. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that, man. Leave whatever you want to leave in the comments, man. Let them know where to find you. All the platforms, everything man. You got going on. Let them know where to find you.
Catch me out and about, man. You can, my bar in Alger Heights, Sip Coffee and Cocktails. Got a great partnership team over there. We got all kind of stuff, man. Just, you know, catch me out and about. Let's have a respectful conversation. Let's have an intellectual one. Yeah. When you see me, I'm always open to, you know, having conversation for sure.
Word, that's what's up, man. Street Soldiers Saturdayz, man. Y'all know what it is. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We trying to build this thing, man. So y'all gotta, you know, tune in and tap in and, man, share and get this out there, man. It's your boy, Jock City, OGOZ. Head DiBiase on the 1s and 2s, man.
Jelks.
My dog Jelks, man. Special guest, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in
and drop that
everything
knowledge.
He got going on. Make sure y'all go get them drinks, them spirits, them wines, They everywhere. He told y'all where they at,
Our
man.
dispensaries too. Gas station, Botanical Co. Middleville.
Yeah, y'all got to
y'all smoking
That's
it.
what I'm
Then next time, you know,
Yeah,
what I
we'll
mean?
be back, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Biggs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go.
You know, we be back, man. Next time, man, we gonna have a. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of shit going on. You gotta bring some of that gas. I knew you had that gas. I would have been like, bring that gas through. Y'all know what it is. So man, Street Soldier Saturdays, man. Jock City, Head DiBiase, OG, OZ, John Jelks. We out of here, man.